Hello, this is Danny from CG Dreams, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how I do eyebrows using Cinema 4D R18 Studio. The first thing to note is the selection tag or selection set that I create from the actual model itself. So let's just select the head. And by the way, this model is Mickey 2 model. It was something I purchased many years ago, in the days when I was given a poser a go. So I thought this model would be quite good to use for this. So you can see here from this selection set exactly where I've selected for the eyebrows to grow, but you can also notice that the hairs are not appearing across every single part of the polygon selection area, and this is because I've used a density map. If I go to the hair that was generated from this, you'll see this. So we go to guides, open up the growth, and you'll see in there that I've used a hairbrow density map. Now this map looks like this, and you'll notice that I've painted black on white. This is because when you're painting on the model, it's easier to paint on a model that you can see in white than it is if the model is completely black. And then what I do is I invert this when it gets back into Cinema 4D. I'll just show you this. So you can see this is loaded up and it looks different. I'll just bring this up. You can see this looks different in the preview. Okay, so it's reversed it basically. And to reverse it, all we have to do is we look down the bottom here and you can see I've put the black point at 1 and the white point at 0. And it looks like that. And what this does is it allows the guides to only grow according to the density map. So that's what that is for that. As far as the hairs growing, you'll notice that I put the exact same map for the hairs to grow as well. This is so that I can see that the guides are growing in the same place that I'm going to be getting the hair to grow. That's why I've done it this way. Now looking in the, just look into the hair material, just a couple of things there. Thickness, you notice that I didn't bring the ends, the tips, down to the smallest level that's possible. I wanted them to have a bit of thickness at the ends there. I've added some frizz. We'll just have a preview of what it looks like without the frizz there. You can see here it looks much more neater without the frizz, and with a little bit of frizz it kind of breaks it up and makes it look more natural. Same thing for the kink as well. The kink and the frizz both play their role. You can see here that I've combed it quite linearly, and then I've added the frizz and kink. What you also should know is that these particular hairs here, I've selected the guides that are from here and I've just guided them so that the hairs are a little bit more sporadic when it is at the beginning, because we want to get the flow kind of starting like that, and then it generally gets thinner and thinner and going to more even flow as it gets towards the end of the eyebrows. So it's broken up more here, and then it goes into a flow more as it goes through. And that's really all there is to it. Just bring that down there. Just show you. Another little tip that I should mention as well is when you're using the move tool, and that is from the brush, by the way. So we've got the brush tool, and when you've got the brush tool, you've got different modes here. And when I'm in the move mode, I'll make sure that the collisions is on, and then I increase the collision radius so that when I'm brushing the hair, it doesn't stick dead on the actual face. It stands off just a little tiny bit, and it gives it a bit more volume on there. So here's a picture of the image after it's rendered, and you can see here that the eyebrows look quite natural, and that was from just using this method. It was really quite that simple. If the maps weren't used, we would have the hairs going across the whole of the polygon area, and it wouldn't look uniformed at all. You can see this whole polygon area is larger than the area of the eyebrows itself, which is what I wanted. You need to at least cover the whole area in which your map is going to be growing hairs within.